Welcome, this is Guild Daddy D, Mr. D or just plain D. I have another video today. We are on Ashes of Creation and we are talking about crafting. I've been seeing a lot of people ask a lot of questions in global, so I figured I'd just kind of throw this out there and cover some of the basics. Apparently, it's not self-explanatory. The game does not have a great tutorial system, which it's easy. It's early access, so what do you really expect? So we're going to be talking about just some of the basics for crafting and then how to figure out what to craft. So we're going to start off. I've actually seen this numerous times. A bunch of people asked how to craft the excavation kit. So how to craft anything, you hit P in game. And this opens up your artisan menu. You have crafting, gathering, processing, and other. So crafting is where you're going to be crafting anything that you find recipes for, but also a lot of the recipes are gated on your level, right? So as you increase your tailoring level or your leatherworking level, as you can see here, as you go down through, I'm going to just say, okay, only the known recipes. So you're going to, as you get to apprentice, you're going to unlock these recipes, journeyman, etc. With gathering as well, the same thing applies. This is where you're actually going to unlock your gathering tools. And as you level up, as you can see, I'm a novice herbal, or I have novice herbalism, or novice fishing. I can't really make anything, but once you get up to apprentice, all of a sudden I can make a lumberjack axe, things like this. So processing works the same way. As you level each one up, there's different recipes that you have access to. So, like the first one I've actually seen four people ask this morning is the excavation kit. If you happen to be grinding and a mob drops a treasure map, you can activate the treasure map, but then you have to go searching for the treasure. In order to get the treasure, you need an excavation kit. That will be arcane engineering. And you would just, I'm going to just search excavation kit, and as you can see, it's unprocessed wood 10, zinc, and copper fragments. So those are very easy to find. You can get copper from basalt. I think zinc comes from granite, if I'm not mistaken. Um, let's see, it's not going to tell me. And then you would make an excavation kit. Other things, like if you find a mob that's a hunting mob, that's a green mob, let's say a bear, and it's got a little sprocket over it, hunting is very early on right now. Steven Sharif, as well as the devs, have said that it's just a placeholder at this point. It's going to change, but just kind of showing you how what those skins are used for. Like we'll use Grem for example. It's right here. So to make the River Stalker cloak, you would need Grem skins. So you would find one of those green Grems, animal hunt it, and I'm doing air quotes because you kind of just stand there next to it, wiggling your hands for 3 cycles, and then you get a Grem, usually a dead Grem carcass, and then you take that down to the tanning bench or the hide stretcher. I don't know. It kind of looks like a drum snare hovering in the air, and you stretch the skin out with some flesh lucent oil that you buy from the tanning vendor. So as you increase in level in all of these, you're going to unlock new recipes, as well as you have some to begin with. So as you can see right here, you can build novice tools. You can also build, some better than the starting weapons. Like for instance, let's say you want to use a great sword. All it takes is 2 swords final touches, which you can either buy or craft from the weaponsmith vendor, copper and ash. Very easy to get. Those will get you your first, basic weapon. Now, how do you make this white weapon into a green, a blue, an orange, a purple, or a gold weapon, right? It 100% depends on the quality of the materials that you put in. So for instance, I'm just out here gathering right now, and I just started right here. So let's say I have something that needs snowdrop thread, right? Let's go to tailoring. Daffodil, 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 linen. I have not done much tailoring, but let's just see. Okay, right here. Let's say I want to make this Ember Wake vestment. Well, you can buy the cloth gauge from the vendor, but then you need snowdrop thread and daffodil thread. The When you make this thread, if you use green, blue, orange, purple, or gold snowdrop or daffodil, it will give you the corresponding color thread. The item that you craft will take the average of the, what am I thinking of? Quality or rarity of the ingredients and give you the average of them. So if you have two purple ingredients here, you will get a purple Emberwake vestment, which will be exponentially better than a white. So if you wanted to build a weapon, the same, let's see, where's that great sword that we're just looking at? Actually, you know what? Let's use a good example. Let's use the Tide Ram, right? Tide Ram. So the Brook Steel, perfect. The Brook Steel Tide Ram, this one right here, at base is 171.19 as a white. If you were to get green ash and green copper and make one, you would get this, which is 182 with a 20 magic crit chance as opposed to a 171. And it would just continue onward and upwards. Now, if you are a gatherer, this is going to exponentially help you when building things like the lumberjack axe, right? So this is a novice. This is a 56 lumber speed. I was just experimenting, right? The novice regular is 54. So once you get up to this, and I've now unlocked the apprentice level of lumberjacking, I can now, or no, you actually have to be apprentice weaponsmithing. But if I were to put purple copper and purple any timber in here, it would give me a purple axe, which would be probably 65, 70 lumber speed. So it 100% depends on the ingredients you put in. If you don't match the colors, let's say you put green timber and purple copper, it will take the average and you'll probably end up with orange. If you put green and blue, you might get a green, you might get a blue. So that's how you increase the grade of your crafted items. The other thing is for power leveling, the higher the grade of the craft, the more experience you get. And we see that when we're gathering. If you chop a log and you just get regular logs, you're going to get maybe 100 XP. Whereas if you get gold logs or purple logs, you might get 500 or 600 XP. So if you're going to power level these, first thing I will tell you is go around and gather and sell everything that's less than, I've been selling anything that's less than orange. So anything white, green, or blue, I just sell. I don't even worry about. I stockpile all of my heroic, my epic, and my legendary items into my storage for future crafts. That's where it's at right there. My goal right now is to make a full set of artisanship gear that's all made with gold, epic, or legendary. So that's what I'm doing right now is I'm preparing to make some weapons and armor for my character. So as well as some new bags. And that's right there, the 100%, and I'm glad I reminded myself of the bottleneck. These lumberjack satchels, right? Your stack size is increased by 23. So your base stack size is 20. So it goes up to 43. If you craft a heroic or legendary one, those stack sizes can be up to 100. So you could store exponentially larger amounts of lumber or rock or herbs in your bags. So right now, I'm actually to the point where I'm like, okay, I want to make another satchel, right? And if you do a search for, let's say, lumber, okay, so let's see, weaponsmithing, and this is how I find out, and I think it's, oh, well, I might need to get the, yeah, lumberjacking bag right here. So as you can see, this one, let's see, weaponsmithing is not there. Carpentry is the other one, a lumberjacking bag. Each one of these different bags give you other bonuses. Like for instance, this one increases your stack size by 44. So instead of 43 in my satchel, I'll be able to do 64. But it also increases the quality of all the lumber that I chop by 15. If you go to arcane engineering, there's nothing there. Armor smithing, here you could build a lumberjacker's tool belt, which gives you 77 more lumber quality. Leatherworking, here's a bag here. This gives you your speed, so you're chopping down your trees quicker or more quickly. And tailoring, you're going to be able to get even more speed. So depending on if you want to do tailoring, like thread, leatherworking, or carpentry, it's basically a basket, a leather bag, or a cloth bag. And so you don't have to go one specifically. Now, I'm planning on doing the baskets for the quality. So, for instance, this lumberjacking bag, first of all, I have to power level my carpentry, which should not be a problem. I've got a ton of wood stockpiled. But the reason why I'm increasing my gathering, my herbalism, is because I need bluebell thread. And you cannot do that as a novice herbalist. You need to become an apprentice. So I'm working on doing that right now, as well as getting a bunch of wood, like gold or purple wood, for weapon crafts and things like that. Now, seeing this apprentice lumberjacking bag, I should switch my attention to ash, since I need ash boards, as well as herbalism. So now I'm going to work on ash and keep all of my orange or purple ash for future to make these. Maybe I'll sell a few. I don't know what they're worth. But that just gives you a general overview of the crafting. Basically crafting 101. This way, if you kind of find yourself where you're a little bit confused, you could say, okay, this is at least where I can start. I would recommend picking one thing that you want to make, one thing where you want to concentrate. It could be a great sword, it could be a bag, it could be a piece of armor, and just really get that done, right? That's the best way I could say it. Just get it done. And actually, here's a perfect example. There's a bear up here. These are what the hunting mobs look like. They won't attack you. They're green. And you literally just walk up to it and hit F. And then there's a chance that you'll get this as a pet. There's a chance you'll get this as a mount. And there's even a higher chance that you'll just get it as a carcass. And the carcass will make bear pelt and everything else. Okay, so I got a carcass. So this is where I would take it to the tanning thing and make bear pelt out of it. So I really am hoping to get a bear mount eventually. It just doesn't seem to be happening. And, the hunting mounts are actually quite hard to find. But so that's a general rundown of crafting. If you guys have any questions, if there's any content you would like to see, if you have any comments on my video, by all means, shoot a comment. I love hearing the comments. I respond to every one of them. Like and subscribe, and just stay tuned for more information. Have a great day, and Happy New Year.